group, what was your interest in this whole agricultural thing? And just sum up for me the agreement that you unveiled today.
I'll do so for you. So, for us, LFP has been specializing in integrated transformation solutions for the past 8 years. So we've been assisting corporates in South Africa to transform, assisting them with BE solutions and transformation as a whole. And we felt, about a year ago, we started doing planning and said, if we had the ability to become opinion makers and conversation starters in the transformation and skills development industry, yes, we can apply our skills into agriculture as well. We then started looking into agriculture. We were lucky enough to come from an agricultural background, so we started looking at the challenges facing agriculture in our country and how we can add our transformation solutions into agriculture. And one thing that stood out for us very clearly was the level of skill in agriculture. I think if you look at, and one doesn't often want to refer back always to the past, but if you look at failed agricultural endeavors in our country, I think skills is up there as one of the reasons. So we initially started wanting to add that to agriculture, the upskilling of people in agriculture, giving them the proper skill, both theoretical, business, practical skills in agriculture, and through that creating what we call...
Is that because you saw a gap that, in fact, that is not happening at the moment?
Yes, we felt primarily that was one of the reasons why such a lot of agricultural projects has gone wrong, is that there's not a scarcity of land. There's no issue of land, really. The land is available. A lot of things are available. One thing that's not necessarily being done is a proper transfer of skills to people, especially our youth that wants to enter agriculture. Agriculture is not a lucrative option for youth in our country. And we felt that if we had the ability to interest youth in a whole host of other...
Are you saying they don't see it as a lucrative
option? They don't see it.
But in fact it can be.
It can be. It can be. So we looked at how do we make it attractive for them? How do we get young people? It's easy to go and recruit people and put them in a skills development course and train them how to be farmers, give them the business acumen to become businessmen. It's different to get them into a farming situation and say, you now have to farm. They don't necessarily want to sit on a farm 100 kilometers from Gauteng. They might want to farm urban. And there's a whole host of new solutions in hydroponic, aeroponic and aquaculture farming that gives the youth interest. The technology involved in hydroponic farming makes it a lucrative option for youth to be interested. And that is the avenue we've chosen, or one of the avenues that we have chosen, to firstly get youth interested in agriculture. We feel that unemployment is something I think we can discuss in another 10 programs. If we really want to look at solutions for unemployment, we have to start looking at alternatives. We have to start looking at things like agriculture to bring the youth into employment.
Absolutely. Brenda, in terms of just the involvement of black farmers, is there or let me put it this way, is it a generalization to say that if new farmers, over the last 26 years, new black farmers who entered this industry, right, have not been necessarily given a boost in terms of, because there used to be in the past, offering of seeds, of tractors, of people to come and help you to test the soil. Has all of this stuff disappeared, or maybe we just don't get told about it?
I think I should start by saying to you, in South Africa, we have a handful of commercial black farmers.
A handful, so there are few.
Yes, very few.
Far between.
Yes, and the reason being that, as Francois is saying, the lack of skills. I'll give you a small example. When the government gave Moy River project to the people, to the black people, it went ahead, started smoothly, but the project failed, and not because people did not want to do anything. It was because there has been the gap that they are getting into, which is lack of skills, lack of money, lack of sustainment, and the lack of mentorship as well. So in general, to come back to your answer, it's true. Black people are really striving to do farming. Currently, the youth is also coming up to show that this is really a problem. Black people are very much interested in farming. We have many communities in our Black Farmers Association that are members of the Black Farmers Association. Some of them, they just do small gardens from their backyards. Some of them, whatever space they can have to do something. Then one also of the obstacles in progressing into farming and develop is the fact that black people have so much a market into selling their product. This is one of the problems that we currently face as a country. Because I'll give you an example. We grew up in the townships. We grew up in rural areas. If you were a commercial farmer today, okay, then do not even say a commercial farmer, a so-called small farmer,
or small-scale
farmer,
yeah.
as a black person, does your product sit at Spa, that is at
no, the probably Spa
at Soweto, or wherever,
reluctant to take
do you have them? Exactly. So those are the hiccups. Currently what is happening, you can see the drive. Because of the radical economic transformation that is pushed by the government, there's so many entities and institutions that are pushing agriculture, especially from our black.
That's a good thing.
Yes. Then we have our President Dr. Mchagi. Dr. Mchagi has got one thing that I like. One of his main objectives is to take small farmers and upcoming farmers, black farmers, from being small farmers to become commercially viable. And thanks God, because when he speaks about LFP, when we met them, it was a blessing in disguise. It was a wow. He can't close his mouth because we have witnessed some of their projects, which talks to exactly helping directly the people that are poor, the poor of the poorest, to have an impact, to make an impact, to transform. In fact, the good word that we can use is transformation.
Yeah, what is the transformation of that industry, in your view? When you sum it up for me, how far are we from the goalpost?
Look, transformation, as it says, the word transformation talks to your mind. An adult, it's difficult to transform a mind today for tomorrow. It's a process. You need to work hand in hand with the stakeholders to make them understand what are your objectives, where you want to go, where are you heading, where are you focusing on. And this is exactly what Black Farmers Association is doing currently. It's focusing not on the few, that is commercial farmers, but on the poor of the poorest, to assist them and make sure that they are skilled, they are mentored, they are assisted to have their products on the shelves, the market for them. So
the issue of access
to market, yes.
Okay, but Francois, can you tell me, have you done an assessment of, all of these initiatives that you want to embark on, etc., vis-a-vis the food security situation? Are we in danger of having poor food security if we don't intervene in terms of broadening the pie as far as agricultural participation is concerned?
The problem we're sitting with is we might have literally no food security. I think definitely food security is, it's not only a hard topic in the continent, it's a worldwide topic. There's a lot of issues. There's a lot of external issues that puts pressure on agriculture globally. If you look at global warming and all of these issues. So I think food security is most probably, food security and unemployment, if you look at issues to address in agriculture, it's most probably the first two issues that need addressing in our, and the funny thing about food security is one normally assumes that food security means the lack of, but it's also the pricing of. Because of various scenarios that's playing itself out in agriculture in South Africa, one finds that the pricing of food is very much a huge contributing factor to food security in our country. And definitely, if you look at it from that perspective, and I think, and I want to add on to what Brenda said as well, it's imperative to secure better offtake agreements for our farmers.
Yeah.
You're sitting with
offtake would mean before they can actually farm.
Before they farm.
How feasible is it?
It's actually very feasible.
Yeah.
And one thing, one of the mandates LFP and BFASA has is to engage with the big retailers in our country. Our retailers need to sit up and take note of every single farmer in our country. If a farmer has the ability to deliver 10 heads of cabbage a month or 1,000 heads of cabbage, they have to take notice. And what we
are the retailers at the moment defaulting to all suppliers?
They're not defaulting to all, and they're not all also defaulting completely, but I think they're always also ignorant of some of the realities facing them. I think a lot of the retailers still feel if they're supporting a commercial farmer, a commercial black farmer somewhere in the country, they are doing their bit. And we just feel that's not enough. They need to engage with every single farmer that has offtake and that has a product to put on their shelves. One thing that we have mandated ourselves with is the fact that we want to engage with them. We want to work with them. We want to show them how they can take money that's currently spent on skills development initiatives within a certain corporate, money that's being spent on enterprise development initiatives, how we can redeploy those funds into agriculture, how we can redeploy skills development money in the upskilling of the youth into agriculture, how we can use enterprise development money and fund agricultural hubs. We can
I would like, after the break, just to talk about exactly how that has happened so far. You've got Agri-SA, you've got CETA, I don't know what, I think it's Agri-CETA. You know, how is what you're going to fit into that? Is there duplication? Is it, or you've just sort of decided